welcome back to Moonstone Crafts, and welcome back to a little whip and chat where I'm finally going to finish off the tag that I once started. I think a couple of months ago I actually did this tag already for part of it, and I'm now finally gonna finish it. Just a heads up, because I'm away this weekend, I pre-recorded this video, so I'm recording it now on the 9th of May. But when you see this, I won't be at home, or I've just come back home after being away for the weekend. So this is pre-recorded. That's why I thought let's do this little thing, because then I don't have to talk about how it's going right now. I'm working on this, well, during this, where's my image? Damn, I'm sorry, I'm so zoomed in, that's hard to finish. This is what I'm working on right now, Horse's Red Barn by Susan Winglet, and, or not Winglet, Winget. And I'm an art club. You just saw me on Buxted's on the Wednesday. I've started it already. You could have seen in my whip parade, because I showed you off already that I was quite far for such a big painting and squares. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna work on this DMC color. It's been a while since I worked on squares on a whip and chat, so that's good anyway. I'm using my Diamond Art Club pen, and I'm actually using just this simple tray because it's the one that I have here upstairs right now. But I'm getting more trays, so hopefully I can be a bit more fun in future whip and chats. But as I was saying, I'm gonna do the get to know me tag, the rest of it, at least the questions that I want to. I'm not gonna do all the questions because some are not relevant and some I might not want to answer. But I just checked back up where we left off last time. Let me put a drill down. I'm just single placing with this canvas because I just love single placing squares. It takes longer, but it's so much fun. So, first question. Do you save birthday cards, and other greeting cards? I do actually save birthday cards. I don't get many birthday cards. I never got many cards anyways, because I don't know that many people, just from family, and especially from my grandma who makes her own cards. Those I definitely save. So I have quite some cards saved up. And I think I have them around here somewhere. Especially the ones from my grandma. I have them all in one spot so that I can easily find them back. But yeah, I do save them. And other greeting cards, I don't have that many. I don't get that many other greeting cards. Actually, none at all, I think. So, yeah, no, just birthday cards. If I did get some greeting cards, I might want to save them or just hang them somewhere if they're cool enough to just hang. I mean, I just got a greeting card from when I bought from Diamond Painting Trays from Karen. She put a greeting card in there as well. But I haven't done anything with it yet. But I'm definitely gonna keep it, of course. So in that way, I do keep them when I get them with my sticky club, because I've got them before in my sticky club as well. So I keep them, but there's nothing really that I'm gonna do with them most of the time. So yeah, that's that. Next question. What is the best Harry Potter movie? Now, first of all, I have to say, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I like Harry Potter once in a while to watch and stuff. I have read, I think, only the 3rd book. The rest of the books I didn't read. But my mom and my sister are both really big Harry Potter fans. My mom read all the books. She had all the books, so my sister read them all as well, and she's really into the movies. And I've seen all the movies, to be fair. I've seen some in the cinema as well when I was little, but I'm more of a fan of the earlier movies and the earlier stories, when it's not as dark as it was, as it's getting in the last couple of movies. I don't like those as much because it's just getting too dark for my taste. I like when they were smaller and stuff, when it was just some more fun and it was more childish. So I actually really, really like the second film, The Secret of Chambers. I don't know why, but I always love that one and I stick to it. So if that one comes on the telly, I'm gonna watch it most of the times. But last couple of years I really became a bigger fan of the third movie as well, with time travel, and I don't know, I like that one as well a lot. So it's definitely the first few movies, not particularly the first one, but the second and the third movie are definitely my favorite. But the second one will always be my definite favorite, because I don't know, since I was younger I really like that one. And I don't know what it is about that one, but I just like that one. So for this question I'm gonna say the second, but the third is coming in closely after, maybe even on the same level. If most of the times when they're on TV, which they are reruns of these movies a lot on our TVs here in the Netherlands, so I'm like, oh god, here they go again. It's the same with the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, and I'm really a fan of that franchise. So I'm more a fan of that franchise than I am of Harry Potter. But still, if they are doing reruns on Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, I'm not even always watching, because I'm like, oh god, here we go again. And I do own those on DVD, so I don't even have to watch them on TV. I can watch them whenever I like. But yeah, oh, I love these squares. I really do. I'm so happy that these squares from Diamond Art Club are this good, because now I'm not afraid to buy more squares from them. They really are amazing quality. But to get back to Harry Potter, if they are on TV, most of the times I will watch the second or third movie. If it's not like I've seen them half a year ago, because then I'm like, nah, I just seen these movies, I'm good. But mostly the second and the third movie I will watch, and the other ones I will just be like, nah, I'm okay. So that's that. Let me just get another color out, because I'm done with this color. Oh, I always forget that I have this in here. Which color are we gonna do? Let's do the percentage shine, because we have some more of that, so I can just talk and not be having to refill my stuff. But next question. What is your favorite family tradition and when is it celebrated? We don't really have a family tradition. Like here in the Netherlands we don't even have like Thanksgiving or stuff like that. We just have Easter and Christmas. Dang, that took a long time. Maybe King's Day, but that's for all Dutch people, I feel like. That's when we celebrate the birthday of the king. And we all have a day off of work. It's, you know, a free day off of work for everybody. Maybe not if you're working in restaurants, but most people get free on that day from work. And you normally, in normal times, before, you know, everything happened right now in the world, we would go out and celebrate, and people would try to sell things on the street to each other. We have these little flea markets and sometimes festivals with music and stuff, and we'd celebrate. And the big thing about it is that, you know, the color of our country is kind of orange, because because it's the king of orange, I guess. It's like his name is Willem from orange. So orange is kind of our national color. That's also why you see us in football wearing orange. That's our national color. So even though that's not even in our flag colors. But whatever. So on King's Day we celebrate that as well a bit. So we all dress in orange, at least if you have it. So you can see people, normally you see people on the streets just having celebrations. Definitely if it's good weather. And they always have some dressed up in orange stuff. So it's one big orange ocean sort of thing on the streets on those days. But with the current situations, it's been weird for 2 years. We get a day off from work, but you can't do much. So it's not like it used to be, but I guess that's kind of a tradition. But it's not a family tradition. It's just normally we just stay at home. We don't really go to the festivals or stuff, but we might visit with the family and friends and just have some fun. I think that's mostly what we do on King's Day. I don't know if there's any other like celebrations or like family traditions. We don't have like a reunion or anything. We don't really have, I guess, sort of the family tradition for now with my mom together is go every year to this campsite that we go with the horses. That's like a yearly thing, so I guess that's kind of a tradition. But I don't see it as a tradition. I guess the celebration is that it's a holiday, so we get off and we just relax and do stuff we like. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any family traditions and what you think is a family tradition and how do you celebrate it. Now I'm curious as well, like, what are some of the traditions that you're thinking about when you see this question? I'm not sure. I think it's a difficult question. What's your favorite TV show quote? I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind is from Lost, actually, because I've been watching a lot of reactors react to Lost lately. It's been like going up again. People are really reliving the Lost thing, and the thing that comes up into me right now is, if we can't live together, we're gonna die alone, or something like that. But it's not like I've been living by that quote every day or something. It's just something that comes up into me now. But I'm not really into TV quotes or something. It's not like I get something from it, like just like from Lost as well, like see you in another life, brother. I love that. I love Desmond. So yeah, for now, I don't know. That's like from Lost. These are iconic quotes, so people that watched Lost will know about them. But there's not many TV shows that have these iconic quotes that I know of, or that I can think of right now. So that's gonna be it for the quote question. Some more TV shows, because the next question is, what TV show are you currently watching? At the moment, there is on the TV every night, through the week at least, during our dinner time, on TV is right now Little House on the Prairie, and I've been enjoying it again. I've watched everything already, twice I think, or at least a lot of times. And now I've been re-watching it again, because it's fun to re-watch it every once in a while. I don't know, it keeps being fun. Let's say it like that. It keeps being fun to re-watch the episodes. So we've been watching that. My mom and me enjoy that really a lot. And I've actually been more interested in it this time, that I've actually Googled stuff and actually watch some YouTube videos on it as well, like reunions and stuff, because, you know, I'm interested in it. So that's fun. Also on the TV right now, during late nights, so we are actually recording it from the TV, is episodes of The Good Doctor. My mom and me watched that season 1 and 2 together, and then it wasn't really on the TV anymore during prime time, so we kind of skipped out, and it was just on demand, but not on the demand one, that not on the service that we had, and we didn't want to have just another subscription that we have to pay for just for that one show. So now they're doing actually season 3 on TV, but it's late nights, so that's why we recorded. But now we are finally getting into season 3. I know season 4 is on the TV right now. No spoilers, because I'm just in season 3 at the moment. So that's what we have been watching mostly in the weekends during our dinner, because we always watch TV during our dinner time. I don't know, that's just grown that way, and we're all pretty happy about it. So that's what we've mostly been watching in the weekend, The Good Doctor. And for the rest, I've not been watching too much. I did watch a Dutch show on Saturday nights, but it's done. It was a Dutch TV show. It was very interesting, but I'm not gonna try to explain that because that's gonna be hard. But it's done anyway. And mostly right now on the Sundays, I'm actually watching a rerun of The Walking Dead as well. They're doing a marathon on the Sunday night every week. They did it from season 1 until now. They're currently in season 7, which is not my favorite season, so I'm not really like fully into it anymore. But I really love to rewatch the earlier seasons. You know, when it all started, you see some flaws, like the zombies are still running and stuff, and I'm like, how they don't do that now anymore. It's like, it's fun to see the changes also in characters. So yeah, I think that's all the TVs. I'm not actually watching anything on Netflix right now, even though I do have a subscription to that. I was watching the Winx Saga, but I kind of stopped because I don't have time. I mean, I diamond paint, and I don't want to watch a show during diamond painting because, you know, I can't listen and see what happens at the same. I can't listen. That's why I like watching Wip and Chats while I diamond paint. But I can't watch while I diamond paint because I'm focusing on the diamonds and where they are placed. So I can't really, how do you call it? I can't really watch what's going on. So that's why I'm not watching any TV shows, because then I feel like I miss a lot. So that's why I don't watch TV shows during diamond painting, and I watch a lot more of YouTube, or listen a lot more of YouTube, let's say it like that. Do you remember your first email address? Was it embarrassing? Well, I have to tell you, I still have my first email address as my main email address. So it definitely doesn't embarrass me, otherwise I wouldn't have it anymore, because it's just my first name and my last name written together. So it's nothing embarrassing in that way, except that the name that's linked to it, like the username that you had to give in, that one is kind of embarrassing. That's just the name of my the first horse that I had during my pony camp, which I talked about in another video, like last week's Wip Chat. And the age that I was at the time. So that's still my screen name, also on my YouTube. So if I'm on that account on my YouTube and I would respond to someone, I would still see that name. And I remember being added to a group project during my college years with that email address and being in Google Docs and then just seeing that name pop up. And that was a bit embarrassing as well because, you know, that's weird. But I'm too lazy to change it and I'm kind of having fun with it as well. I'm like, it's fine. It's not linked to this YouTube channel, so on this YouTube channel my name is of course Moonstone Crafts, so it's linked to a different email address. So I have 2 email addresses. They're both very simple, nothing embarrassing about them. Just the screen name for the one that I had since I was, I don't know, very young, when it was, you know, decided that you you could have your own email to be on the messenger stuff. Yeah, it's been a long time, but yeah, I'm too lazy to change it, and I kind of like it as well that I made that name back in the day, and it still reminds me of that horse, so that's cool. Can never forget it anymore. Next question. When was the last time you told someone you loved them? Well, that's easy because today when I'm recording this, as I was saying before, it's the 9th of May and that's Mother's Day here in the Netherlands. So this morning, of course, I told my mother that I loved her. But to be honest, I tell her that during the weeks lots of times. I'm not afraid to say to somebody, I love you, at least not to my family members. I tell her very often that I love her because we have a very strong bond. But I even tell my father that I love him much as well. And my dog as well. So this question is not that important. I mean, it's more important, I guess, if you have a partner. I don't. I'm still single. Never ever had a partner. So I can't think in that way yet. But in this case, this question is easy because it was this morning. I told my mother that I loved her. Of course, I think I might have done it as well if it wasn't Mother's Day, but especially since it's Mother's Day today, I guess, you know, you don't have to, but it feels natural to say that you love your mother. So, yeah, question answered. When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? God. I don't know. That's a hard question. Maybe I should have skipped that one because I can't think about it. I'm thinking if I remember being embarrassed not that long ago, but I can't remember what it was for, so it shouldn't have been too bad, because then I guess I would have remembered. Oh, what was it? Like, no, not with horse riding, not with work, I think. No. Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. We're getting a long way here because there's a lot of color blocking. I kind of enjoy that. Oh, I always forget that I now have this thing that's opened up. Because my tray downstairs, my newer tray from Diamond Painting Trays that I just unboxed, I really like that one. I've been working with it non-stop downstairs. But it's pen, stay here. It's closed off here, so it doesn't have this. So now I'm just automatically shaking it out while and not remembering that, you know, it's open here. So I have to wait and get it above the container first. But whatever, we'll get used to it. Number 7. Oh, that's a dark brown. So yeah, the embarrassed question I can't really answer. If you could only do one last thing, what would it be? another good question. Another one that I'm not sure of. What I would do. I guess it would have something to do with horses, or maybe just family, you know. If one last thing, I guess, I don't know. Have a nice horse ride on the beach or something, or I don't know. I don't really have a big bucket list as well, because I know that question is gonna come up, so I'll just answer it here as well. I don't really have a bucket list. I have a goal in life, which is to own a horse myself, which I'm still not close to, and I have some mini goals, like getting my own place to live, you know, hopefully meet somebody to share my life with, stuff like that. But I don't really have like things that I really want to do before I, you know, pass away. I feel like I've accomplished a lot already, so yeah, no, there's nothing that really sticks out to me like, ooh, let's do that before I die. I guess I would want to spend some more time with my family, my close family, my mother, my dad. I don't know. My world isn't that big, so I guess I still want to go to Iceland together with my mom. So if there's one last thing that I wanted to do, if I could only do one last thing, it would be going to Iceland together with my mom and, you know, see the horses there, the Icelandic horses, ride them as well there, and just have see the nature there as well. So I guess it would have to be that. Oh, damn. Just laid my pen down very easily. Tell us a thing you've done to help somebody else. Well, this morning, just to keep it easy to start off with, I actually just walked the dog for my mom. Also because it's Mother's Day, but you know, that's part of it. I take care of her on Mother's Day because I think that's part of Mother's Day as well. But to be more precise, I've done voluntary work at a donkey rescue as well a couple of years ago. Just cleaning out the stables and stuff because they needed people. I've helped at my equestrian center. I'm also voluntarily at the moment since 2019, the start of 2019, helping an organization here in the village with their website because they're all older people. So they needed somebody. They really wanted somebody out here from the same, you know, environment as them to help them out. So I started that. I do have to say I'm doing that voluntarily, and sometimes I really want a lot done on the website, and I do have to find time for that. And I do notice that since I have a full-time job, I don't really feel like doing that anymore. It takes a lot of my time away from diamond painting and my other hobbies, and I have to be on the laptop to do it. And I am in front of a screen, a computer screen or a laptop screen, like 40 hours a week. So when I have the weekends off, I don't want to be in front of a screen anymore. I have to be for my YouTube, which I'm fine with that. But if I have to be for that website as well, it's a bit too much. So I just recently said to them, if you can try to see if you can find a replacement for me, that would be nice. I think I've done it for almost 3 years now, and I've grown out of it a bit. But I'm not gonna leave them just like that. I just want them to find a replacement first. But yeah, that's how I'm helping them as well. I need a new symbol. Where is it? This one. We're going for all the browns today in this whip. I'm sorry I couldn't show you the red colors of the barn, because those are so pretty, like the 666 and stuff. But I'm just starting this way. This is the way I'm working. Okay, I think I'm gonna combine the next two questions, because the first question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? And the second question is, if you could live in a city or the country, where would you choose? So to answer that last question, city of the country, I would definitely choose the country. I don't like big cities. Never really had the feel for them. I mean, I didn't grow up in one as well, so I guess that's a difference as well. But I don't know, I don't like them. It's too busy for me. Too many people, too crowded. Too many people that really want to be fast and as well, you know. Cars just going everywhere. I don't know. I've grown up in smaller villages and small towns. So at the moment I'm living in a small town that's next to the forest, or even totally surrounded by forest. So I'm used to, you know, nature around me and stuff like that, and not being too overcrowded. So I'm definitely not choosing the big city or any bigger city. So I would definitely choose the country, and especially because I want to own a horse someday. It will be lovely to live in the country so that you can actually have some pastures to put the horses in and stuff, so that you can have them at your own house. Yeah, that would be, of course, my ideal dream idea. I'm a far away from it, but I guess that's also part of my main goal someday, to own a horse and then maybe also have my own place where I can keep them. So definitely country. And then the other question was, if you could live anywhere, where would it be? Well, I would always stay in the Netherlands. I'm used to it. I love the Netherlands. I think I've said that before in the last one where I answered these questions. Well, not these questions, but the questions from this this tag. I want to stay in the Netherlands. I'm used to it. I love it here. I'm too grounded to the Netherlands. I don't like going living anywhere abroad. So yeah, definitely not doing that. So I guess the ideal place would be, like I just said, that's why I combined these two questions, somewhere where we have some pastures, some country, some land to put the horses on, to, you know, that would be ideal. A little arena to drive in and stuff like that. Just a bigger farm would be my ideal dream house someday, but it would be here in the Netherlands. So that would be where I want to live someday, when I have enough money to do that, as well as, you know, maybe a partner to do it with together, because yeah, doing that alone, nope. Not at that stage in my life yet. So for now it's a dream. I dream about it often though. Not in my sleep, but just daydreaming. How it would look. I have different scenarios of how it would look already in my head. And it changes every time. Of course, it would just depend on how it would look eventually. But, you know, it's fun to daydream about your future and stuff like that. And I think you should always keep doing stuff like that. Is that the last question already? No, I thought that was the last question. Okay, so I answered one of these questions already, which is, what is on your bucket list? So I don't have to do that one anymore. There's a question that says, what's the first thing you think of when you hear the word crust? I don't know what the word crust means. I could translate it, but no, I'm just not gonna answer that question. If you know what it is, please explain it to me in the comments. And let me also know what the first thing is that you think of when you heard that word. Then we have 2 more questions. The first one is, what was the last thing you ate? Let me change colors real quick before we move on, so I can think about this question as well. Let's do some greens. Can we see some different colors? That would be fun. Okay, what was the last thing you ate? This morning I actually ate 2 things for Mother's Day, and it's just before lunch, so I haven't eaten yet. Since breakfast I've eaten something with the coffee, actually, a cake. So the last thing I actually ate is the cheesecake that I ate when I was drinking coffee, during coffee time. And then for breakfast, my mom and me this morning had some croissants. I don't know if that's what you call it also in English, but I think it will be alright. But we did that for Mother's Day, so that's all I've eaten today so far. Tonight we're gonna eat some Indian food that my mom learned from her mother, so it's like, and she's gonna make it together with my sister, so that's her like way of celebrating Mother's Day with my mother. So that's exciting as well. And of course we're gonna eat some more cheesecake because I just made that cake yesterday, and it's really nice. It worked out really well, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, that's that question answered. And then for the last question, before we're gonna close this up, because it's been a long time already, is what would be the first thing you do after going home from work or school? Well, I remember back in the day when I was coming home from school, I wouldn't do my homework right away. Because, you've just been a whole day at school. I don't want to, extend that period by doing my homework right away. I was that kind of kid. I didn't like doing my homework right away when I come back from school, so that I didn't have to do it later that night. I wasn't that kind of kid. I just wasn't. So no, I would do that late in the evenings because I'm an evening person. So I would do that late in the evening, and then the next morning I would be like, ugh. But sometimes I wouldn't even do my homework. So yeah, that's a different story for a different time, I guess. But yeah, I would just relax, play outside, or do some fun stuff. And nowadays, after work, during the week, I also do some fun stuff, because most of the times, if I can, I'm diamond painting right after work. Most of the times now that I'm done with work, I've been thinking about diamond painting during the day, and be like, oh, can't do it right now. Because I'm working from home right now, I've been walking past my whips during the day. So you see them lying there, and you can't do anything about it. And you feel the itch to just diamond paint, but you can't because you have to work. So nowadays, because I'm, fast at home because I'm working from home, so when I'm done, I can close the laptop and just go diamond paint, which is very nice. The one day that I'm at work, on Wednesdays, when I get back home, I get back later home because I have to go to work. So when I get back home from the car ride, I'm mostly very tired, and I do have to keep myself awake for dinner. And then mostly after that I just crash on the couch and I'm done. I can't go anymore. But that's it, I think. I'm just gonna finish this section off by myself, but I think this is a big win. That's like the furthest I've come in a while on a Wip Chat that I actually filled it in. decided, of course, not to do a very big section because I knew I wouldn't get to finish that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have answered any of these questions, let me know the answers below in the comments. I would love to know all your answers as well. And in that way we can communicate a bit and maybe relate. That will be awesome. So let me know your opinions on all these questions and what your answers are. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!